Everybody, Fubari7 here, and welcome back to the channel with another Platinator video, this time Unicorn Overlord, and what a game it is, what a game it is. The Unicorn Ring, this is when you win your first battle of the game, so it is a story-related trophy. You will get it very easy. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to spoil the game a lot, because the story is really good, and the gameplay, everything. Three birds with one stone. Basically, you will find enemies, like they'll team up with 2 units, 3, 4, 5 units, which is the maximum. And when you defeat 2 enemies at the same time in one turn, sorry, 3 enemies this case, and you will get this trophy. So I think this one will come very easily in the beginning of the game, especially if you use Joseph, which is a very overpowered character at the beginning of the game. 4 birds with 1 stone is exactly the same thing. You have to defeat 4 enemies at once. And again, I used Joseph. I had Joseph and Clive. That's the name. I think that's the name. Joseph and Clive. They're both very overpowered characters. Cavalry is very overpowered in this game, in my opinion. I did enjoy to use them. So 4 birds with 1 stone. That's trophy. Again, I think it's gonna show up naturally. Ancient days. Basically, you got ranks, which is called renowned, but I like to call them ranks. You'll have ranks from E to S, and as you progress through the game and you unlock these ranks, you will get perks. Okay, we'll talk about that a little bit. We'll get perks, and I think until rank A, you'll get this as the story progresses. So these last 2 trophies that you saw, they are, I consider them to be story-related trophies because they're gonna happen naturally as you progress through the game. Trust me, I don't think you can finish the game without getting at least rank A. Trust me, I think the game's gonna force you to do that. This trophy, it's a start when you do your first side quest, and spoilers, you need to do all of them. You just need to do all of them. Then Rookie Traveler, when you discover 25% of the map. It's quite easy to know what you've explored and you haven't explored. What you haven't explored is kind of brownish, and what you explore is more colorful. Unbreakable Bonds. I'm not 100% sure on this one, we'll have to check after, but I think this one is when you get max friendship between 2 units, but we'll check that after. I'm not 100% sure. We'll check that after. We always check trophies after we get the platinum, just to be sure. The Princess Abducted. This is a story-related trophy. When you rescue Scarlet. When you rescue Scarlet, you will get that trophy. Growing Cries of Revolution. Again, when you get the renowned bonus, when you get renowned to level B, which I like to call it a rank. I think it makes sense to be a rank. I think it's more understandable to people that never played this type of game, what it is. Reaching new heights. Remember, I told you it's very important to reach rank A or C. You need to, or you won't be able. One of the perks that you unlock is you can upgrade your characters. For example, I can take Alain from Lord to High Lord, so he becomes more mobile. I love cavalry units. He becomes stronger. He just gets better. Simple. And you can do this to all characters. It's not mandatory to do this to all characters, which I always thought that would be a trophy as well, to unlock level up all characters, or level up all their classes. It is important for the class compendium. It is important. You'll need to do that. Leading, for example, when you find your, I think it's 5 treasure maps. So each continent has 5 treasure maps, while the last one has a 6th, but it's not mandatory. But 5 treasure maps, and you need to find all of them to get all the trophies. But when you get 5, 10, 15, 20, you will get trophies. The previous one was a story-related trophy, it really doesn't mind. Loyal Legion. So you'll have, so again, you need to get renowned to unlock more units. That's at least what I understood from the game. When you unlock all of your units, when you unlock all of them by getting honors, you will get the trophy, and it is very important to get all of them. Get the 5 characters. It's gonna make your life way easier, because even if you have an overpowered character, it's gonna be very hard, because you can fight, you have a timer. First of all, this is story related trophy, by the way. You can fight but you have like a certain number of moves before you rest, and if you rest, they attack you and you don't fight back. So it's better to have a lot of good and powerful characters. Beloved by all, when you reach rank A on the renowned status, then a fearsome fivesome. Okay, remember we were talking about units? You can use honors to unlock more slots. Maximum number, it looks like you can have 6 characters, but in reality you can only have 5, which I think it was a shame, because if it was 6 characters in each unit, you could use more of the characters, because I had a lot of characters that stayed on the bench and barely fight. So I think that was kind of a miss. Yeah, that was the trophy there. Veteran Traveler, when you find 50% of the world map. This is the perfect example. You see, if you look at the top of the screen, you'll see the map. What's brownish hasn't been discovered. As we walk towards the brown area, it becomes white, which is the color of the continent. That's how you figure out what you have found and you haven't found or explored. That's basically it. And you will need to get 100% of the map to get a trophy, but it's very easy, to be honest. Then here, 5 birds with 1 stone. Like the 3 birds and 4 birds, this is exactly the same thing, is you have to defeat 5 enemies in 1 turn. Again, I think it's gonna come very naturally as you progress through the game. I didn't want to, because I'm saying naturally for me, because I'm a grinder. I have this mentality since I was a young kid. Grind super hard at the beginning of the game and make the hard part of the game a breeze. That's my mentality. Over wood and water, story related trophy went. I'm gonna say this is a capital elf. Or elf capital. No, elf capital. Yeah, it's an elf capital. Not capital elf, that's probably something else. It's a kind of heart when you finish a certain amount of side quests. We'll confirm the number. This one, this Dusty Bookshelf. This is a mini game that I'll talk in a little bit. Dusty Bookshelf. Okay, so if you go to the library, you'll have the archives, okay? You'll have the archives, and there's also class registry. That's why you need to level up your units. So, the archive. Favorite archive. What do you need to do? There's 4 trophies related with this one. The last one is you need to unlock 500 entries. These 2 trophies are related to those entries. To unlock them, you need to read them. When I mean read them, you do what I'm doing right now. You just pass over them and it's gonna count. You don't need to stop, read, stop. That would be a pain. I thought for me, this trophy would be the most missable. And if you're doing just the main story run, you'll probably miss this one, because you will need to do side quests, liberation missions, all types of stuff to fill the compendium, and then you'll get entries. Season Gourmand. Each capital has a tavern, and you can go to the tavern and eat with your friends. This is something a la Fire Emblem, okay? Fire Emblem does this a lot, where you can level up your friendship by doing activities. In this case, you can invite some people to eat. Yeah, Fire Emblem Three Houses had this mechanic, more complex, and you need to do this 10 times. Okay, doesn't need to be 10 different people, and you need to get one favorite character, because that's gonna be a trophy in the end. Not in the end, soon. The Witch's World. That's a story related trophy. Treasure Hunter. When you find, if I'm not mistaken, 10 trophies using the treasure map. How do you get the treasure map? By doing the mining minigame. The mining minigame, it's like Final Fantasy IX, Chocobo Hot and Cold, where you need to search and then you will find, then you need to dig, and if you're lucky, there's a little bit of RNG, you will get a map, then you use the map to search where the treasure is, and you go and start looking for it. The Rite of Convergence, this is a story-related trophy. This is what I was telling you, you need to get one favorite character, then you can marry the girl and be the best friend with the man. History shall speak their names, and this is when you get to rank S. When you get to rank S, you will get this trophy, and again, you'll unlock more stuff. It's really important when, it's really important when you're playing this game to get to the highest rank possible, because it gives you some very, very nice perks. But yeah, always get, it's very fun, the previous where you get a companion, it's very important. Again, doesn't need to be, you won't marry a man, they haven't programmed that. The previous trophy was a story-related trophy. Finder of Fall. This is a side quest where you need to collect all chickens from 5 chickens from each continent. That's a side quest they will give you. Like I said, like you can marry a girl, and for example Joseph, you can ask him to be like your father, like he's gonna adopt you because he's your father figure. There's very interesting. The mechanic is really good, and you can do that with several characters to see how the story relates. So I think it's something very, very beautiful. I think I liked it a lot. True Benevolence. This is when you do a certain amount of side quests. In this case, we're going to fix a bridge. Side quests in this game can be finding chickens, fixing bridges, liberating a city. It can be a lot of things. Finding treasures, for example, it is, yeah, and you'll need to do all side quests, and they're not, well, they're missable if you go way too far. So before you do the main quest mission, be sure go around the continent, be sure everything is cleared, then you can continue. And this is a story-related trophy again, because we're talking about story missions. So main quest, a fleeting dream. That's another story-related trophy. And when I get a story-related trophy, you'll see on the top there was an entry on the archive. Like I think it might show now because this is a story-related trophy. No, it was not. Wait, maybe I took it a little bit too long. No, it didn't show up. Okay, didn't. I see it here. Here it is. New archive entry. That's how you get a lot of entries on the archive. Again, I think if you do everything, you'll get the archive trophy very naturally. This one is a story-related trophy, the Holy March. Very tough mission. I remember this mission. It was a bit tough. A vast Athenium. This is exactly the other one. This is when I get the 400 entries. When I get the 400 entries on the archive. So I was afraid I was gonna miss this one, but thank God I did manage to get this one. And you do have a buffer of 36 entries, as you can see. Oh, you can't see because I'm in front, but where the entry is, it's a total of 436. So you just need 400. Wisdom of the Great Sages. This is a story-related trophy where you need to visit all shrines, altars, however you want to call it. I don't know how you want to call it. But sanctuaries. You can call it sanctuaries. Then this one, Servant of the People. I think this one is when you do all side quests. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. No, a certain amount. Because we're going to do more side quests. This is my controller screwing with me because the analog is broken. Yeah, this is when you do a certain amount of side quests. And the next one, which is Favorite Restored, which is, it's going to show up in a second. Basically, each continent has a certain amount of towns, and you need to restore all of the towns, okay? Don't need to put a guard, just restore the town. And when you restore the town, you will get all of them, you'll get a trophy. And you restore them by giving them a restoration request. Most items are very easy to get. The worst one to get is the goat milk because they don't explain how it is. And I'm going to explain it right now because it's, again, the next trophy. What you need to do is get on Albion. You need to buy goat cookies in one of the main towns. And then you need to find goats. And you give them a cookie and they will give you goat milk. Except this one. This one here, there's going to be a prompt saying that this goat has quite a temper. You refuse to give a cookie to this goat, and she's going to attack you and steal a cookie from you, and you'll get the trophy. That's a fun trophy. Beware their rage. So, but that's how you get goat milk, which will help you restore the towns in Albion, because you can find it like this. Treasure collector, when you get, I'm gonna say 20 treasure maps. I think, yeah, it's when you find 20 treasures using the treasure map. This is my controller screwing with me, so you'll see a little bit of this. I should really buy a new controller. I'm waiting on my girlfriend. She said she was gonna give me an Edge controller. She told me that. So yeah, treasure collector. That's then we're gonna do another one, treasure master. Look, treasure master is 20. I think 25. But I remember getting this trophy and there was still some treasure maps to get, because you saw there was 3 missing. So yeah, I don't understand how I got this one. Maybe something else. I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know. But yeah, anyway, we got the treasure. That's what it matters. Sorry, the trophy, that's what it matters. Paragon of Strength. You need to get one unit to level 50. Again, I was really amazed because this is the type of trophy to make the game more grindable. This is the type of trophy that the game developer would put a trophy where you put all characters level 50. So it was kind of them. It was very kind of them. So when you get to level 50, you will get Paragon of Strength. And trust me, you need to get them. Most characters, especially your main units, to level 50 is going to help you a lot. Which is, for example, Champion of the Coliseum. You have Amanda, which is a character you come across. You see she's very powerful, and then she opens Coliseum in the Dragon Guard, and she says she will join you if you defeat her in the Coliseum. And you defeat her, and then there's a second phase, which is the Dreadnought. And when you defeat her, you'll get Champion of the Coliseum, and she will join your team. And it's worth it because that character is crazy good. She is crazy good. I love having her. This one, Superior Strike. You don't see a lot of fight in this game. I skipped them because you can't control your characters. The attacks are automatic. But for you to get this trophy, you need to see your character doing, one of the characters doing over 100 damage, and that's what we're gonna do. Elaine's gonna do Spinning Edge, and as you can see, we do a critical hit that does over 128, and then we get Superior Strike. The Overlord defeated. This is when you defeat Galerius, and this guy is a pain in the ass to defeat because he recovers his health a lot. So you need to do very strong attacks. Compiler of classes. Like you did with the library archives, you did that with the classes. And the last class that I unlocked was the class from Galerius. That's why I got the trophy at the end. We got a bunch of entries as well. And yeah, we're gonna free the map, the Legion, the Light of Everett, when you defeat the final boss, which is not Galerius. Unicorn Overlord. This is when you go back to the game after you've beat the game. Okay, so main quest done, Unicorn Overlord, and you get a trophy. This area of the map will get unlocked, and you haven't discovered 100% of the map. As you can see, there is some part that is a bit brownish. I don't need to restore this down because it's already restored. And as you can see on the map on the top, there's a lot of brown areas still. So I'm gonna go and ride through that area. And when I'm riding through that area, okay, this is the controller screwing with me, and I will get World Traveler because we explored 100% of the world map. So it's a post-game trophy. Dying Breath of a Fallen Empire. This is a final mission that you unlock. It's a special mission that you unlock in a sanctuary. Basically, you're gonna fight all the bosses through the game. You're gonna fight them in one map, and when you do that, you will get this trophy. And it's actually a very fun fight because you don't, and they join you in the end. So Dying Breath of an Empire Fallen. So you and all those enemies join you, which is very nice, and you can use them. But again, I'm not gonna use them because I got the plat. The game is done. I don't need to do anything else. But yeah, we'll have a word about the game in a second as soon as the trophy pops. But yeah, the last mission, it's fun because you defeat them and then they join you and you use them to fight the enemy. And then when you finish the game, they join you again and boom, Almighty Unicorn. Let's go see the trophy. This is me being lazy, so I don't have to edit the video after. The game I did how many hours? Where is it? Where's the hours? Not showing. Okay, it's not showing the hours, but it was about 40 something hours. You can see on the save state how many there were. You can see that. So when we come to trophies, oh, I know what this is. The PlayStation Network. I think it's bugging. Oh yeah, the PlayStation Network is kind of yeah, the PSN is bugging. While I'm doing this video, I remember because they were saying that they were saying that Silk Song destroyed the servers of Steam, PlayStation, Switch, Xbox. Because when I'm doing this, I think it's the day that Silk Song came out. So that's why probably it's giving some issues. Look, I know I explained the trophies as best as I could. so we won't be checking the trophy list after. So we're gonna finish the video for today by saying thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the content. I hope to see you on the next one. And I'm working on the Rogue Prince of Persia. That's the one that I'm working at. So we'll see how that goes. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.